Hello, Red7 and welcome back to Grand Tactician, the Civil War, as we continue with Jebediah Leslie's career in this Confederate campaign playthrough with the Whiskey and Lemons DLC. Of course, you all know that spiel by now. And yet we're March 1863 and a bit momentous last time, a couple of victories, we got ourselves some rifled muskets, but now there's a few things to talk about and some decisions to be made. First and foremost, it's worth showing I had some good points made by Slickjack, so thanks very much for those comments. And he did, of course, point out that in my excitement at seeing the availability of rifle muskets, not having to wait for them to be produced, and I immediately leapt on that and upgraded everyone to Richmond. And I should, of course, done the Fayette, because the Fayetteville is a better rifle, so it's got 50 yards more range on it, and has a rate of fire, or half a round a minute faster rate of fire. Which is actually not insubstantial, so that's 20% faster firing and just over 10% range. So definitely a far better musket. So not the end of the world, but yeah, a minor mistake, which we'll rectify going forward. The other item that he pointed out, which is a very sensible thing, was saying, hey, we need a little bit of time to rest and rehabilitate, so why not head back to Richmond where there is a hospital, and obviously much very quickly speeds up getting your disabled but back on their feet again. So we'll be looking at it as well. The third thing I want to mention straight off the bat is that you will remember there was a grouping of federal forces down here. I think they were called like the 2nd Division, or one of the generic names the AI tends to point to things. And after I had finished outfitting my troops with rifle muskets, and before I saved the game, time was still ticking on, and the whole unit dissolved. So they will reform themselves, I believe, at Washington in a period of time. I don't know how long it takes, but there is no one else down upon this peninsula. So in terms of our objective, which we kicked off last time about clearing the federal forces from Peninsula, I'd say it's been pretty darn successful. They do, of course, hold Fort Monroe down here, somewhere in amongst these squadrons. We can see it. Who do have 4,000 troops in that fort. I don't really think we're kitted out for siege combat. We certainly don't have the power, the kind of bigger siege guns. So I think we're just going to leave them well alone. I had contemplated moving down to engage that unit, but we're not going to do that anymore. We're going to head back towards Richmond. You are a paper headquarters, that's fine. I don't know where the other one disappeared who we were fighting, actually. But anyway, so let's issue that move order to head back over to Richmond. Just set ourselves up here, outside the hospital, and we've got things fitted up. The other thing I would like to take a bit of a look at is potentially tweaking with our composition a little bit, and reorganising our division. We are quite short from our kind of total manpower. You can just kick things up to speed 508. If you look at our division here, if we not Lee's, thank you very much. If you look at the replenish option, it tells you how many men you need to get up to full strength. So we're actually almost 7,000 men off our full paper strength, which is a lot. That's like 30%, just over 30%. So we may look to do a little bit of consolidation. So either we could send everyone home, or because I think I'm looking to maybe tweak the makeup of our forces, we might do a little bit of merging of units, and then maybe raising some new forces. Oh, looks like there's a siege going on, so we're trying to get Fort Meagher back. How are we kitted out against that? Oh, there's no one there. They've got 52 men. That should be fairly quick. And then, yeah, then we're going to have to look at, we'll decide if we're going to head north, south, where the next thrust goes, or indeed if we have to end up responding to a federal counter-offensive. Oh, one thing I do want to quick look at, because I spotted before I started recording, was the total men fielded. So the Federals have dropped, so they're down to 158,000. They were up about 180-ish, if I remember correctly, something like that. So that's like 20-odd thousand men they've dropped down. Meanwhile, the Confederate number keeps going up. So this presumably is through losses in combat. I don't know if this includes the kind of however many thousand men are currently broken up and are making their way over, own way back to the lines. And I don't know if potentially they had some end of term which was due. But either way, the disparity in men fielded is much, much less. So I'm just starting to feel more and more positive about this whole thing. Right, so we'll get Leslie into position, and then we'll look at what changes we might make within the armour itself. Okay, glorious victory at Fort Meagher. Good job. So that should help our front lines out a little bit. Oh, slow down, slow down. Yeah, perfect. Right, I'm going to stick a pause in here. So we do still need to clear out the Federal forces that are roaming around near Burkesville and Lynchburg and yeah, well, all this stuff up here. But I think it'd be good to try and... I feel like it'd be good to try and clear all this out and concentrate the forcing. At the same time, having lots of smaller Federal forces kicking about, it's probably better for us to go and squish them. Anyway, let's get rid of this view so we can see the pretty map. Changes to our army. So, we don't have huge amounts of prestige, but we should be enough to make some adjustments. So we currently have 6 cavalry regiments, and I was looking to change that, and I think we're going to drop down to 6. We'll probably keep 1 dedicated, and then we'll have one split. So really, I'd probably want to merge some of these. Oh, these guys are low strength. So let's, if I can remember how to do it, merge Crawford's unit here into Kaz's. Okay, and then we can probably end up raising a new, either raising a new one or moving somewhere, because I'd also like to change out how we're doing with our arrangement here and have a dedicated artillery brigade rather than 1 battery per infantry brigade. So we need to shuffle some people around. So let's, well, okay, I'm gonna do things just so my cavalry's at the top, and then we'll put the, we'll shuffle a couple of brigades over here. I do need to think about whether we're going to take the hit, which will be, I can't remember how long, probably like a month or so, if not a couple of months, to do a full replenishment, or we want to try and do that not quite cheap, but shortcutty way of raising units, because then we can still move around and fight while they're coming too, but we lose a bunch of experience. Right, what I'm doing, we also need to think about who we want to make as our artillery, or indeed maybe replace it. There's some good suggestions of artillerists we might want to use. So let's have a look. So either Pryor or McCrae is nothing particularly special. They're inexperienced. If I was to replace you, do I have anyone who is an artillerist? Yes, but they would need a bit of a promotion. Okay. And who do we have as our, unless we want to promote one of our existing people? Stark, Butler, Cockler. I thought we had some other people in our artillery command. Hang on one moment. Okay, so the grey cells have worked their magic. It was a discussion we previously had around horse artillery commanders with John Pelham, Robert Beckerman, Chew was the other one, that were flung about. We never actually installed any of them in our forces because we didn't have horse artillery because of the bug that existed, which has been apparently fixed. I've not tried it yet. So where does that leave us? Well, it means I don't need to worry about any of that, and we're still going to rearrange our forces such that we have an artillery brigade under our control. Which means I am going to fire or replace either Pryor or McCrae, because they're our least experienced brigade commanders, and get someone who's dedicated to artillery. They both have 1 star in terms of experience. Pryor is a better commander overall. He's got kind of 2 stars across the board. McCrae's got a few 1s. I'm just curious how good our other people are. Pretty middling. Oh, Stone, you're pretty terrible. Okay. Anyway, so we're going to replace McCrae here, and we're going to grab someone who is an artillerist. And we have lots of choice actually. They're all lieutenants. So they're probably going to be pretty bad at their job. Ah, there's Chew there. So we could, I mean, we could give him the command. He is only 19. That feels a little bit, of a step up, given he doesn't have any command at the minute. And yeah, and these guys are all inexperienced. any of you actually good at your jobs? Oh, you've got 3 for leadership there. You're not too bad, although I like people with pictures. Macintosh. Choose, okay. Ones. 2s across the board. Alright, I think we'll pick... Oh, you're pretty good, actually. You look like a child, though. Joseph, you are 19. Alright, the old boys, maybe not as good as some of these young whippersnappers. Alright, I don't want to spend forever and a day looking through things here. I probably find I've been going around the same circles. So we had, who was good up front here? You. So we've got Robert Stribbing. He's going to have 1, 2, 3, 2, 2. Or do we go with the child of... Oh no, he's only a 2, 3, 2, 2. So Robert Stribbing, congratulations, sir. A massive step up in command for you. You've just been promoted to Colonel. And then we're going to move out the rest of these infantry brigades. We'll get them shifted around the place. So you're going to need one over here. You're going to need one over there. I'm going to drop those in. Like so and so. And I'm going to want to recruit another artillery battery. Right. Where have we got? We don't need particularly many men for it, to be honest. Who's got lots of volunteers? Delaware, Maryland's nice and close. That's better. Ooh, numbers don't look particularly big here. Deserters? Huh. Okay, I mean, also we don't need that many people. But we'll just grab Delaware, seems fine. Might take me a while to get here, but we're not in any rush. Right, we'll go for the biggest battery we can. I can't remember how we were doing the artillery. I think it was something like that. And let's recruit them. Perfect. It'll take them a while to get here. How long will it take to get here? Well, only a month, that's fine. We shall upgrade you. So let's give a quick check. I think we've got a lot of Whitworths, if I remember. No, apparently we have lots of... Yeah, we've got two with Whitworths? No, 1 with 12 pounder Whitworth. So I think you were my counter battery. Yes. And then we've got some 3-inch Armstrongs for essentially bombardment. I'm going to get you guys to match as well. Okay, and then, alright, what should we do with this? So probably, I think 1 counter battery is probably enough, and then we'll have more for just general bombardment. I mean, 3-inch Armstrong, it's good because it's a high rate of fire and a reasonable range. Although this 6-pounder Whitworth, slightly smaller caliber, better range, high rate of fire. Yeah, the howitzers are much shorter. As James, 20-pounder. Oof, chunky, but slow and short-ranged. So I think we might end up. Oh, look at a 30-pounder Parrot rifle. We'll probably, yeah, let's go. I think we'll probably back at just the 3-inch Armstrong again. That's going to be our standard. Okay. We'll do that, and we'll have more of the Grand Battery. And since we've got some space here, why don't we bring Chew on board? Just since we were talking about him. Oh, we can't. Why not? You're not in command. Hang on, I've lost my army. Is it because we've ended up with a lieutenant colonel? We can't replace him with someone lower? No, I don't know. That's an odd one. I thought I would be able to bring him in. Never mind. No, they're all lieutenant. Oh, you're a captain. Oh well, okay. Apologies, Chew. I was going to bring you on board, not to be. So we'll have up to, essentially we should be at 12 guns, so I think you've got a bit of casualties. Yeah, and then everyone's a pretty low. But what I want to check is, will you tell me what my maximum number of troops are? You will hear, I suppose. So you're 1,000. I'm going to go up and do this off camera. I'm going to see if we get any ones which are less than 1,000. Okay, everyone seems to be essentially 1,000 unit regiments. The one issue we do have is for, I think it's for 3 of the years. So if he's 59th Virginia Infantry, the 16th South Carolina, and the 55th Virginia Infantry, there are no recruits to draw from. And there's another Virginia one as well. So I think, and it does hurt to lose some of this experience, so they're not huge experience, but we're probably going to merge some of these guys together because they're not going to get reinforced, and we'll draft a new unit, and that way it'll be a little bit stronger. So let's drop you into, say, here. And then we could even... Oh, we could all put all the Virginians together. Oh, we can't. Oh, you're another Virginian, but you can... Why can you replenish? But these ones cannot. I wonder if it's because you're drafts rather than volunteers. Yeah, okay. Volunteers, 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 volunteers. Drafts. Oh, I've not used draft units before actually. Okay, well let's get them, and they'll suddenly become volunteers by the power of magic. Huzzah! And then you're... Okay, you might leave you. You're about half strength, but that may just have to do for just now. I don't want to leave ourselves too weak. And let's recruit ourselves a bunch of new infantry from somewhere... where it's going to be Maryland, I think. We'll pull 2,000 out. And what? I can't remember what... Do we have a colour scheme for our infantry? Just kind of blue trousers, it would seem. No, not at all. We haven't implemented one. Did we do one? We did one for cavalry, didn't we? Yeah, white and green. We can do more light blue trousers. Why not? Okay, let's draft 2 units from Maryland of 1,000 with some light blue trousers. Oh, you've got them already. Volunteers is absolutely fine and dandy. Recruit. Again, it'll take a little bit of time to get here, and we can upgrade these guys with... Not Richmonds, but Fayetteville's, because they're better. Although I won't be able to recruit another unit. Okay, fine. We'll have to do it next time. So there we go. So we won't have the prestige required for this, I don't think. Yeah. What's it cost me? 107. Okay, fine. We'll get the next unit next time. Now at least pushes up to a little bit more. And we'll continue to gather strength. Right, next thing we need to do is sit here and rest, because our readiness is pretty terrible. Supplies are okay. And yeah, and being near the hospital will help these disabled soldiers get back into fighting strength. And then we must decide about where we're going to branch out. Victory at Bowling Green. Looks like there's definitely a big push to the north, although there's a fair number of Federals up here. Which makes sense. Yeah, I'm sure they were thrilled. Zastra, Edmonton. Oh, I don't know where that is. Okay, we're still pushing them back over here. We've got 11,000 out in Columbia. And then we've got all these fools down here. I think maybe we'll do a little bit of clearance in our back areas. Campaigning scene. Winter is over. I've been campaigning for a while. Okay. In fact, we must spend the start of the campaign season twiddling our thumbs. Okay, a pretty easy one. Battle of Grafton up here in the northeast. West even. Our navy's even joining the cause. Oh, Battle of Columbia going on. Which looks like that's going to be a loss. Hello. Yeah, I think we might want to go down and try and clear these guys out, just so we don't threaten Richmond with our main forces going north. Are you coming for a fight? Maybe? Where are you going? He is coming for a fight. Okay, so we've got division. Why do we have a unit of 50 men with low morale? I don't know. I don't even know which unit that is. We've also got about 5,000 men from elsewhere. We do have our lovely new rifled guns. I think this is a fine and dandy time to put them to use. Okay, so we're up against Rosencrantz with 13,000 troops. We need to defend Polly Hundley Corner. The one complication is we're all the way down here. So this may turn into an offense against Polly Hundley Corner. There's a few Federals kicking about, but I think that's like the 1,000 men or whatever it was. So yes, we have to do a little bit of maneuvering here. And we'll have to be careful we don't run into the enemy in a inauspicious manner. So I think we'll have to kind of fairly cautiously move towards probably the centre of the map first. Maybe if we can make it up to Bethesda Church. And then from there, see the lay of the land, I suppose. Yeah, I think we'll give a general move order up to here. And I'm also going to grab someone individually to do a little bit of scouting for us. Well, it kind of makes sense of Stone's Brigade. If I can give you the scouting command, can I not? Scouts. Good. I can also send them off individually, but I've just got them kind of riding ahead for just now. Although you have gone a different direction, which worries me greatly. Which way are you going? Okay, that's actually okay. Wow, these scouts go fast. I suspect we are good in terms of this initial movement. Why none of you moving? What's going on here? Okay, let's try this again. Leslie has been ordered to get his whole division up here. With everyone, please. That was odd. The back line didn't get picked up first time. Okay, everyone's on the move now. Good. I mean, of course, I was just very sensibly doing some advanced scouting. Oh, it's the end of the day already. Okay. Well, at least we can do a bit of a leap forward. And find myself my 2 stars. They haven't taken the point, so that's, I suppose, something. Let's push ourselves all the way up here. Start the day, and then... yeah, I think we want to head over in this direction, and then we'll come in east to west. And if we don't intercept them, well, then we'll have to go find them. But I just presumably they're kind of heading towards the point. That's how they usually steer themselves. I'll have to be more cautious. Oh, there's my scouts there. I wonder what that strange arrow was about. As well, dreadfully slow as well. All the gun trains and things. Where on earth is Rosencrantz? I mean, we'll get the victory if he doesn't take it, but that's a really dull way to win. I've got some new toys I want to play with. Okay, well, let's advance a little bit. Hello. Now, are you going to respond now that you have seen me? Okay, you're definitely heading for the point, and you're definitely going to take it. What options have we got? Not many, actually. Obviously, we can come up this road, and it's a bit of a frontal engagement. Maybe try and send some people round through the forest. Option is, do we want to try and interdict the tail end of his forces here? And that might not be a terrible move. So if we grab someone like Stone here, I wonder if we can get you even up. I don't want to promise you don't want to bite off too much. Maybe we can move up. No, I don't want to be up on that ridge. Let's move down to the edge of this line here and see if we can maybe interdict some people. On the edge. We'll have to get the rest of Leslie's divisions to move. So let's just do it this way. If you go down, Jackson, I want you to swing round just on the road itself. Pryor, I would like you to come up and take this church. You should be stripping with the artillery. Well, let's start by getting yourselves here, and then we'll see if we can get you into position up on that ridge. Jenkins, that's my combined, is it? No, Herbert's my combined cavalry infantry, which I might send traipsing through the forest, to be honest. So Jenkins is pure infantry. Well, let's just get set ourselves up down here, just in case our cavalry get into some difficulty. And then Herbert, I'd like you to come, get yourself set up here, and we'll maybe try a push towards the point if they've left some units there. So we're trying to see if we can tempt the rear guard of their forces into action. Maybe a little bit of the old destroy in detail type piece. We still got scouts out. We do still have scouts out. That's okay. We can kinda probably take some casualties. Nothing else, we can put the willies up them, so they've suddenly got cavalry up on their flank. Oh, they've got more of those bloomin' repeating guns. Okay, they've just kind of ensconced themselves there. I'm going to get all to dismount and spread out to try and minimise our casualties. I'm tempted to find our artillery. Where's Sterling? Stribbling even. If they are going to stay in this little pocket, we can just set ourselves up here. Happily bombard. Is Voda going to dismount? Dismount, please. Let's get these detachments involved. They're probably going to take fairly heavy casualties. I do need them just to buy some time for us. Get all detachments, that's okay. I'm not sure where you're going or why, but can you stop? See if Stone can maybe extract himself slightly just before. The detachments are okay to kind of move around, take some fire. I don't mind so much. Yeah, so you're my first real unit. Okay, and we're already starting to get our infantry up on the flanks, which is nice to see. Good. Oh, I just Herbert's going to go completely the wrong place. But that's fine. I think we're just going to bring them over the top. Okay, this is actual Reckland's Brigade here. I don't know why they've got this additional movement point. Yeah, you crossed the river and then stood here like an absolute plum. And broke. Are you doing the same thing? Okay. Okay, let's drop down to normal speed. Let's see if you can get yourself into single line. Why are you going up here? Where are you all going? I suspect we've lost a few hundred men here. Yeah, 200. That's disappointing. Some of that, yeah, I will take on the chin, because I was pushing forces forward to get in their way. This shenanigans, I will feel slightly aggrieved by. You're waiting on orders. Leslie, where are you, by the way? You're all the way back here. Get yourself forward. The guns chose to go off-road. Interesting decision there. Okay, and we've got our first infantry getting into position. So again, I'd like you to go into single line. Yeah, you're theoretically settled, but you're about to tell them to ride back down this way. Madness. Absolute madness. Right. You're coming into position nicely. And you guys are going off in a different direction. I think I'm going to change your order for good old Herbert here. And have them just come round like so. Okay. And let's get you guys advancing slightly. Let's using our proper rifled muskets. While our cavalry run up and down in front of their lines. Taking needless casualties of some of our most experienced and beloved units. Yeah, these guys are coming into place nicely. These troops are... I don't know what you guys are doing. Where are you going? And why? Oh, perhaps I'd like to give you some orders, Jenkins. Okay. Head over this way. Yeah, you guys doing sensible things yet? Not in the slightest. Look at this madness. Alright, Leslie, you need to be up here somewhere you can actually give orders in a relatively quick space of time. Right, unsurprisingly, all my cavalry is breaking. Where are you going, Stones? Why are you taking that position? $400 men have lost now. Just, I don't even know if we're shooting back. 75. This is very frustrating. I'm just going to see if I can get you to pull out. Retreat. I will deal with you later, Stones. My poor boys. My poor boys. Okay, we have our first artillery piece, which is just about in position. And they're really nicely all grouped up for a bombardment, so we'll make the most of that. You boys are all firing, although questionable lines of sight, but... You're peppering away, so I won't complain about it. Right, good. Well, ish. Right, you're now firing. Let's go and give you an actual bombardment order. Because this is a prime candidate for bombardment. Thank you very much. And we can go up to 2x. You are also in position. Can you get a bombardment going on in here? Thanking you. Have every single one of your units broken now, Stones? 500 men you've lost. You are going to be put onto counter battery fire. Okay, we need some infantry. Where's the rest of... So Jenkins is going here. You're hanging about in there, I'll not worry about that. So I think actually Jenkins needs to move over ever so slightly. But that's okay. We've got the 8th Alabama. Let's throw out a detachment, please. Skirmishers. And to deal with their skirmishers. Okay, you've got your ahead of your infantry, that's fine. Get you guys dismounted, you can do some skirmishing. And there's your coming your infantry now. Excellent. Can we not try and melee people? Wrong one. You are now deploying to engage. That's excellent. Let's go down to a single line and we'll push up upon these machine guns. I'll probably get some detachments out to do that actually. Now let's push you guys forward and then I think we'll kick out some detachments. Let's just do skirmishes en masse. Say, can you go please take care of that? You can go start to engage these guys. And then we'll fall behind with our main units. Oh, you're already engaging actually, so don't bother with that. Although to be honest, we should probably move our skirmishers forward a little bit. Advance! Okay, this is going okay, I think. Right, we need to close in and deal with those guys. If the Alabamans can spin round, we'll probably use some attachments of our own. We'll start putting pressure upon these points like that. Machine gun noise is quite irritating. Hopefully it's adequately controlled in the audio. Okay, how are we doing? We recovered our casualties? No, not yet. No, we're close. We will, though. We will. So what I'd quite like to do is probably for you guys to cross the river. Let's get you into loose order. Let's have you face up and let's get you guys to detach your skirmishers. Let's have you just advance along this ridge line, please. Okay, they're resting and recuperating, which is fine. We are starting to deploy. We are starting to deploy. Excellent. They are broken. You can start to engage upon them as you advance along the road. And I think we'll get skirmishers out from all these guys. come and engage the din that is these artillery pieces. Are you winning? No, you're not. Right, can you fall back and let the skirmishers take over, please? Let's go down to normal speed. So we're trying to corral them into this little pit, which I think is going relatively well, although their batteries are doing the job. I think we need to better work at getting angles and flanks on. I mean, we should eventually fold, although that detachment's being frustratingly resistant. You had orders to advance along this road. Why are you not listening to me? As did you. Okay, our compatriots from the north have joined us. You, I would like to start to put pressure on this flank. And we will push forward with our infantry. Right, just have a detachment down slightly. Okay, we've not dealt with them yet. Right, you shoot those horsemen, they're not doing anything. You shoot them. I think your detachment can just come back. And you are slowly advancing. Okay. I really need that detachment to go away. Make sure we open things up so all our infantry regiments can get involved. I think you can actually call your skirmishers back and engage yourself. Seems like a nice place to try and break some of their units. No, could you shoot them maybe? Okay, you actually are pretty happy about life. You're probably the only one. Let's try and form yourselves up over here just to see what state you're in. Okay, fine and dandy. You may as well turn and face people firing. You're going to come in on their flank. That's all good. I think what I need to do is get you to extend the line a little bit here. How are these people not dying? Or breaking? Ah, okay, they're starting to go now. Good. Alright. Okay, recovering from our earlier mistakes. House figures are closing. With our rifle muskets will make a bit of a difference now. Now, once these guys have broken, that should allow us to advance forward with some more of our units as well. We're getting a lot of prestige as well, so we'll be able to recruit that missing unit. Oh, the cavalry have they moved off, or can we just not see them? It's only midday, so I wouldn't expect the darkness to be an issue. Right, I'm going to be nice and close because I think this unit's going to be a little bit concerned about life. Okay, that's great, we've broken them. We haven't even got round to using our cavalry properly. Who are you shooting? I'd actually like you to break the forces up here if you could, please. Let's bring these skirmishers over in this direction. Might be able to use them actually as a flanking force as they were intended. Yeah, go and engage the 6th Ohio. Not lay down, loose order, please. And they're broken. Excellent. So we can now actually advance in these positions. Let's send you in there. Let's just send you directly into that. And we should be able to silence all these dastardly guns. We will have to watch our own bombardment areas, but that should be fine. Not causing that many casualties, apparently. They should be under fire from 3 directions, so I can't imagine they're going to last long in the fight. Have we taken that point back yet? No, just about good. And then we can extend these forces up along this ridgeline and just squeeze them. Credit to behind, standing and taking it. Yeah, let's keep moving in. You steal your man, Jenkins. You should be bombarding, I think. Firing, not bombarding. Please bombard, good sir. Likewise, you should be bombarding. Can you shift it back slightly? There we go. These poor cavalry are just lying in the field being shot. The 4th Texas are a little bit nervy. Who have we got here we can support? Let's bring you up to support. Okay, here they have it all broken. Excellent, which should allow us to essentially extend this infantry line along the bridge here. And we'll get our cavalry to kind of sweep around to the rear. Might just try and just kind of close in on them. Oh, you're actually up. Our skirmishers, again I want our skirmishers to focus on the batteries if you can. They won't be that skilled with their weaponry yet. And then you are moving on to that position, which is good. And you might need to fall back slightly, but we have got some additional forces incoming. In fact, let's bring you round as a reserve. I think we might need to utilise. Okay, you guys, off your horses, loose order. Nice and close, get those carbines pumping. Okay, those guys cannot be long for this fight. One guy's at 25% strength, the other guy's less than half. super experienced cavalry's getting in on a fight now. Things should improve. They've finally decided to send out some skirmishers. Sensible. I want you to keep firing on them, see if you can break them. But now it opens up the road for you guys to come up this ridge line. And they'll be starting to turn, but let's you come over this way and you should help clear the infantry brigade. Or the cavalry if they're still slowly backpedaling. You engaged? Yeah, you are fine. Oh, your ammunition's pretty low. You didn't move. I'm pretty sure I told you to move around here to be a reserve force. It's 10th Albatons. Just start unloading at those. We're looking for casualties. Okay, we're about even Stevens. So we've offset our poor start. Who over here has still a reasonable fighting edge in them? No, no, no. And you're just attaching. Is it? Where's the actual rest of your unit? Not sure. Maybe just hiding behind? Yes, just hiding behind. Recall your scouts. You're not too terrible on the shock, but I think it might just save you. Okay, carbines have done their work. These guys are now starting to feel the pinch. They're also being fired at from many directions. Okay, we'll keep you guys working on these Ohioans. I think they're all Ohioans, but looks things. Okay, and that seems like we're trying to withdraw. I don't have huge many kind of forces on this side, but I suppose we can get Jackson here to kind of slowly edge around as we clear out these divisions. Right, where are your skirmishers? I'm not sure. Nope. Alright, sorry, that was a family interruption. Although, actually, looking at things, we're over the 50-minute mark, and I say there's probably, I don't know, maybe another 10 minutes or so left to wrap up this fight, so I might just call it cuts here, which is a bit annoying because we're in the middle of things, but I think we'll come back next time and wrap this up. I think the victory's in the bag. It's just a case of can we make the casualty numbers count after our, frustrations with Stone. The vindictive side of me wants to replace him, but perhaps I shall mellow with a grand victory. Anyway, we'll call this one here, and I'll catch you on the next one. Cheerio!